Avengers Endgame. So you guys know what Avengers Endgame is. It's directed by Russo Bros. It's a new MCU film and stars everyone. And it's the 4th Avengers film, and it's part 2 of the Infinity War series. Yeah. I don't think I need to tell more detail because everyone knows what Avengers Endgame is. So guys, this review will be spoiler free. I'm not going to spoil any plot points of the film, even though this review is going to be hard to do that. But I'm going to keep this spoiler free as possible for people who haven't seen the movie yet. But this will take spoilers from Avengers Infinity War. I'm going to talk about the plot of what happens after the events of Avengers Infinity War. If you have not seen Avengers Infinity War, you have been warned. But don't worry, if you have seen Avengers Infinity War, I won't spoil Endgame if you guys haven't seen it. I promise you. But I will do a spoiler review after this review because basically there's so many shit that I wanted to talk about. So the plot, I'm going to keep it spoiler free as possible because there's more to this movie than I thought it's going to be. But I'm going to keep this spoiler free. So after the events of Avengers Infinity War, where Thanos got all the Infinity Stones, snapped his fingers, and wiped out 50% of the population, including our fellow superheroes that we know and love. So yeah, Thanos won in Avengers Infinity War, and our fellow Avengers that still lived from that curse basically had to not just figure out how to defeat Thanos once again, but also figure out how to bring the population back. That's all I'm going to say, because there's more to this movie than I thought it's going to be, and of course, I'm not going to spoil it because this is a spoiler-free review. All I'm going to say, guys, this is definitely the best MCU film in decade, honestly. Goodbye Captain America Civil War. Literally, this movie was fantastic. Honestly, I enjoyed this more than Infinity War. Because to me, the problem with Avengers Infinity War, in my personal opinion, is that it is too crowded to get into it. Like, it's very, very messy in a couple of scenes. Not just I didn't like the movie. I thought Avengers Infinity War was fantastic. Like, the action was great. The ending was so original to it. But the problem is, there's not much development. It's just like, it goes straight away, which probably that's kind of a good thing. But this movie has so many character development. This movie is 3 hours long, and it's like worth the 3-hour time limit because this movie like takes its time. It goes very smoothly. We get to know all the characters that we know and love, like how they feel after the events of the situation. And honestly, everyone did such a great job in this film. I'm not going to talk about everyone, but I'm going to talk about the Avengers that did stole this movie for me. First off, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. This is the best Iron Man that I have seen, like, on the big screen, like, ever. Probably since the first Iron Man in the Avengers. Because there's more to his character than we think it is. And of course, I'm not going to spoil it, but Robert Downey Jr. did a great job as Iron Man. Also, Chris Evans in the film as Captain America was fantastic in the film. I always loved this actor. I've always loved Captain America. Honestly, with Iron Man, the best Captain America that I've ever seen. Also, Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. Awesome in this film, and still he is the comedic part of this movie. One of them. I'll explain that more in the spoiler review, but Ant-Man was really great in this film. And I gotta say, Captain Marvel in the film, even though she wasn't in the movie as much as I wanted, she was just great. Brie Larson, this is the best Captain Marvel that I've ever seen in a film. She kicks so much ass in the film. And everyone knows Thanos is going to be in this film. And once again, Josh Brolin as Thanos, great villain. Just one of my favorite villains in the MCU, like, ever. But everyone else, all the characters in the movie were spot on and they did their jobs perfectly. What about the action scenes? Now, this movie isn't as action-packed as Avengers Infinity War, but I gotta say, the action in this film is fantastic. I got a feeling it will be iconic now because the action scenes are so memorable. And with Avengers Infinity War, like the Russo Brothers, how they film the action, it kind of is a bit shaky in a couple of scenes. This movie, the action is so smoothly. We see what is going on and it is just amazing. The action is filmed fantastic. The cinematography, of course, was great. The visual effects was damn hardcore. It was fantastic in the film. And I gotta say, this is the funniest I've ever seen out of the MCU film. This film was hilarious. I never got out of MCU film just killing myself laughing. Probably ever since Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, this movie was a lot of fun and it was hilarious. And I'm glad to kind of bring hilarious to the film because basically this is a dark film. Like, the plot is very dark. And I'm glad that brings a sense of humor to it to make us kind of relax in the situation, and it's fantastic how they handled that. And I gotta say, guys, without spoiling everything, this is also the most emotional MCU film. Not gonna tell you, of course, but this movie did make me tear up a couple of times. Yeah, this film was very, very sad, especially towards the third act. And I'm not going to spoil it, of course, but I will tell you in the spoiler review. But when you watch the film, you know what I'm going to be talking about. Yeah, this film made me tear up in a lot of scenes. I love that this movie is 3 hours because I was like worried about the time limit. Honestly, 3 hours long could drag on so much scenes. No, this film hasn't dragged on at all. This whole film went out smoothly, took its time getting character development and getting to the action. This whole movie is worth the 3 hour watch. Honestly, it doesn't even feel like 3 hours. I kind of wanted more. I wish this movie was 5 hours long, honestly, because I enjoyed this film from start to finish. Yes, there is no flaws with this film, honestly. There's no flaws. I really enjoyed this film from start to finish. Probably when I watch it again, I'm going to be like, yeah, there's a couple of little flaws. But so far, I thought Avengers Endgame is my favorite movie of this year. My favorite MCU film in decade. Yeah, if I rank this movie, I'm not going to rank the MCU films again. But I will rank this movie in my number one because this whole film was great. It's a great movie in general. It's a great character study. It's a great action movie. It's a very emotionally developed movie. Guys, go see Avengers Endgame. I think everyone will go see Avengers Endgame. It is worth the 3 hour time limit. It is definitely a 3 hour epic masterpiece. And I am, of course, going to give Avengers Endgame a huge thumbs up rating. So guys, that is my spoiler free review for Avengers Endgame. I will do a spoiler review very soon. But guys, what do you guys think of Avengers Endgame? And tell me in the comments below, what is your favorite Avenger? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, and have a nice